Number 2, y equal 1 minus x to the third. This is just regular package rule. Y prime equal 3, 1 minus x squared times, and you want to package, so the derivative inside is -1. So your final answer is -3, 1 minus x squared. And that is your answer. Let's get rid of that. Number 3, y equal 4x 1 plus x to the fourth. Now you have a product rule, so we're going to take derivative of the first one and then leave the second one alone. Add it and leave the first one alone. Now take a derivative of the back. Bring down the power. And then you can package. Inside the parentheses are 1 plus x. That's derivative just 1, so it makes no difference. So if you simplify that, you will notice the answer is different, so because we can factor out 1 plus x to the third. If you factor it out, and then you will have 4 times 1 plus x plus 16x, and that'll leave you 1 plus x to the third. Distribute the 4, and you have 20x plus 4. And that's still not right, because you could factor out the 4 again. So 1 plus x to the third times factor of 4, which is 5x plus 1. And that match up with number 4 is a square root. That's kind of hard to do, so I'm going to rewrite it as to, I can keep it as rad 2, x to the 1/2 power plus 2, x to the 1/2 power. Now I can do the power rule. So you have rad 2 times 1/2 x to the -1/2 plus 2 times 1/2 x to the -1/2. And that basically, I have what, rad 2 over 2 and x to the -1/2 plus 1 times x to the -1/2. What that is, I can factor out, I have x to the -1/2. I know that is really just rad 2 over 2 plus 2, common denominator, times 1 over x rad 2. So we're going to have rad 2 plus 2 over 2 rad x. If you compare the answer, that's still not right, because you have a rad 2 on the bottom. So what are we going to do is, what happens if I can multiply, I need a rad 2 on the bottom, so why don't I just multiply a rad 2 here, rad 2 there, distribute that, then I will have 2 plus 2 rad 2 over 2 rad 2 root x. And then I can factor the 2 out, and they cancel. So my final answer is just going to be 1 plus rad 2 over rad 2 rad x. And I believe that's what the answer key has. Yes, it does. This one's just simple package rule. So derivative equals to 4, 3x minus x to the third plus 1. You reduce 1 power, becomes a 3. And then you have to multiply the stuff inside, which is 3 minus 3x squared, and that's equal to 0. And if you compare it to the answer key, they need a 12. So, well, we know that I can factor a 3 out. So that's 4 times 3. 3x minus x3 plus 1 to the third, 1 minus x squared. And you got your, I think that is what the answer key wants. Number 6 looks like I have a quotient rule. So I'm going to take the derivative of the first one times, I'll leave the second part alone, minus, leave the first one alone, now take derivative of the second. And that's just going to be 1 to root x. And all over. And then the bottom has to be squared. What I'm going to do is they both have a 1 over 2x. So I'm going to factor that out. Let's continue on. I'm going to factor those guys out. So that's just going to be 1 over 2 root x times, let's change it back to red, and we'll have 1 plus root x minus root x rolled over 1 plus root x squared. I think we're almost at the answer key, and 1 over, so 2 root x, 1 plus root x squared. Those guys are gone, and we have our final answers. This question is going to be a product rule. We have box and triangle. So the formula says box prime, triangle, plus box, triangle prime. So y prime, here we go. 1, 3 minus x squared, plus x. The derivative of the square root is 1 over 2, copy, times the derivative of the inside, whatever inside the square root, which is negative 2x. Now we got to figure out what that matched up with the answer key. Let's see if we can simplify that a little bit. Well, I know those two are gone. Not much else. So let's see, continue. Then I have 3 minus x squared. I guess that'll be a minus x squared on the top. On the bottom is just going to be 3 minus x squared. Conjugating. Multiply top and the bottom by 3 minus x squared. Then we'll have 3 minus x squared minus x squared all over 3 minus x squared. Simplify that. And then we have final answers. Number 8, we have a quotient rule. So the formula says box prime triangle minus box triangle triangle square. So we're going to take the derivative first, which is 3. And we take the triangle, don't do anything with it, minus, don't do anything with the box, take the derivative of triangle, and we're going to square the triangle. All right, and then now let's simplify that. So that'll be 6x plus 9 minus 6x minus 4 all over 2x plus 3 squared. 6x minus 6x, that's gone. So only have 5 on the top, 2x plus 3 squared on the bottom. And we don't need to do anything else. That's the answer. Number 9 is a simple product rule. This is a box triangle, box prime triangle plus box triangle prime. Let's take a derivative. All right, box first, so that's just 1. Plus, leave the box alone, take the derivative of triangle. Looks like we're going to find a common denominator. We're going to multiply root x. Then we'll have x over root x plus x minus 1 over 2 root x. And check the answer key for number 9. I need a 2 on the bottom, so I guess we're going to put that 2 in there as well. Then we'll have 2x plus x. 2x plus x, that's going to be 3x minus 1 over 2 root x. And we hope that's the answer, and yes, it is. That is the answer. Number 10, again, this is a product rule, so we have a box and a triangle. So box prime triangle plus box triangle prime. So take a derivative. The first one is going to be negative 2x plus the derivative of square root x is 1 over 2 root x. We're talking about the shortcut. And here we go again. Looks like we need a 2 rad x on the bottom. So I'm going to go, we need a 2 rad x over 2 rad x. So the top will become negative 4x times another x plus 1 minus x squared rolled over 2 root x. So you have a negative 4x squared plus negative, so it'll be negative 5x squared plus 1 over 2 root x. And that is the correct answer. For this question, I'll probably manipulate it to x squared plus 1 to the negative 1 power. I don't want to do quotient rule, so I'll just rather do package. Lose 1 power, and then multiply the derivative inside the parentheses, 2x. Then I just have negative 2x all over x squared plus 1 square. And I believe that is the answer. And yes, it is. Number 12. Again, same thing. I'd rather do it as a package rule. Negative 1, 2x plus 1, negative 2 times inside 2. So that just becomes negative 2 over 2x plus 1 square. Number 13, y equal square. You have a product. So that will go box prime triangle plus box triangle prime. So that is a, oh, by the way, this is box, this is triangle. So 1 over 2 root x, x minus 1 squared, 2, x minus 1 to the 1 power. Now you have simplified. Obviously, we need common denominator. X minus 1. 2 root x times 2 root x, that's just going to be 4x. All over 2 root x. Not quite there yet. Factor out the x minus 1 first. Then I have x minus 1 plus 4x. So x minus 1, that's x plus 4x, that's 5x minus 1, rolled over 2 root x. And I believe that's the answer. You have a product rule, but I'm going to try to make it easier. Root x is half power. Isn't that just becomes 3.5 power? So I don't have to do product rule. Then it's 3 times 3 over 2, x to the 1/2. 9 over 2, x to the 1/2. So 9 root x over 2. And you're done. Now we have a quotient rule. Take the derivative of the first one minus the derivative of the second one all over square of the bottom. So here we go. 2x, take the derivative of the first one, the top. Leave the bottom alone. Don't take the derivative of the top, take the derivative of the bottom. Roll over square of the bottom. Simplify that. 2x minus 2x third plus 2x third rolled over 1 minus x squared squared. Then we'll have 2x, I guess they're cancel. So only thing left is just 2x 1 minus x squared squared. That might be the answer. So we have a quotient rule again. Box prime minus, take the derivative of the triangle, the bottom, and the square. And I have the derivative top is 2x. Don't do anything with the bottom, minus. And then take derivative on the bottom. Roll over. Oh, that's a plus 1. Roll over x to the 4th. And now, simplify that a little bit more. And I'll have, oh, actually notice that I have a 2x. Maybe I can take that out first. So 2x. You have x squared minus x squared minus 1. Rolled over x to the 4th. So that just becomes a 2. X to the 3rd on the bottom. And then times a negative 1. So it's just negative 2 over x to the 3rd. This is 16 again. So I'm going to do it differently. Well, I know this, if you separate them, 1 plus x negative 2. I think this might be easier. 0 minus 2x negative 3. So answer is negative 2x to the 3rd. Manipulate your question. 17. I said it's probably the worst one. I don't know. All right, so quotient rule. Box prime triangle minus box triangle prime over triangle square. Let's try it. 1. Derivative becomes 0 plus 1 over 2 root x. Using a shortcut. Times, don't do anything with that, minus times the derivative of the bottom will be negative 1 over 2 root x. Rolled over 1 minus root x squared. So I'm going to stop and then look at the answer key, see where it's going. I noticed the answer key needed a root x on the bottom. So I'm just going to multiply root x top and the bottom, see where that goes. So I know that distribution, root this can cancel with that one. I don't have to distribute, you just only multiply into one multiplication. And this one can cancel with the blue here as a denominator. So that's going to be the game plan. So that will be gone and that will be gone. Let's go back to the pen. All right, so then I'll have 1/2 1 minus root x minus, oh, I guess I'm going to have that negative become positive. Then I'll have 1 plus root x times another 1/2. Note over 1 minus root x squared. Factor the 1/2 out. Then 1 minus root x plus 1 plus root x, load over. I guess that's gone. So on the top, I really only have 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 over 2 is 1 over 1 plus root x squared. So it is complicated, so you just be super careful with your sign. All right. Good luck, guys.